Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming to the weekly live for relationship communications. Welcome to this week's weekly live. I'm Lisa DeToffel, your host, and I am thrilled that you are here. And for those of you that are joining me for the first time, I want you to know I'm the founder of Relationship Communications. It's my online community where I work with established and aspiring entrepreneurs and help them grow their business. And today I'm going to be your host for Relationship Communications Weekly Live, which is our weekly live stream show that airs every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So I hope you'll put that on your calendar and make plans to join us every Friday morning. And my goal here is to share tactical and practical information to help you get where you want to go faster than you can get on your own. I've been an entrepreneur now for over 6 years. I've made many mistakes, and I'm here to tell you I can help you move through them more quickly by sharing what I have learned through my experiences. Let me know where you're coming in from. If you're joining me live, we are streaming in different places. So if you are watching us on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified every time that we do go live. Thank you for joining me here today. And we're going to be talking today, we're going to talk about comfort zone. Comfort zone is something that is not real as we think it is. And it's interesting because I have been out of my comfort zone for years. Starting a business was getting out of my comfort zone to begin with, right? When it comes to my business goals, I also step out of my comfort zone a lot to accomplish those goals. And all the things and that comes along with that. And what I've discovered over time is that your comfort zone is nothing more than a feeling, and it keeps us stuck. So today we're going to talk about that, and we're going to dive into how you can shift that feeling because it's really critical. But before we dive into that, I am going to introduce myself. Again, I am Lisa DeToffel. And when I was a preschool teacher back in 2017, and prior, 25 years before that as well, I dreamed of working from home. It was a big goal of mine that I had not actually been able to reach. Kind of got put on the back burner, so to speak. But I had been through 2 messy divorces at that time and been a single mom twice. And it just didn't seem possible at all. I was the breadwinner for my family at that time, and I was scared to take that chance, to step out on faith and do something out on my own, right? So I met my current husband in 2012, and we got married in 2016. And at that time is then when I could see the possibility of my dreams coming true. However, it was not an easy task, but with Jeff's support and a few others, I started a training program to learn how to be a virtual assistant in 2018. And they showed me how to start a business, all the different things. And by the end of the program, I had a couple of clients and have continued to grow my business and the Tiger Eye Solution team, which I created in 2021, every single year. And so my life looks a whole lot different now than it did back then. This is my husband, Jeff, and our 3 children, Caleb, Matthew, and Alyssa, and of course our grandchildren, the twins, JP and Hattie, and then our newest grandchild, Anakin. That's me. They're holding him when he was first born, back in June of this year. So we love our family. We love our grandchildren for sure. But let's go ahead and dive into where's your comfort zone, okay? So when you stay in your comfort zone, you're playing small. We are playing safe, and big changes cannot happen when you stay in your comfort zone, okay? So let's dive into this a little bit. When we try something new, we bump up against our comfort zone for sure, right? When I experience it, it's like a wall. Like I hit a wall head on, right? It's physical thing we make seem real, okay? It's not actually a real thing. but you know that feeling, right? You know, the feeling of getting, up against that wall, like you can't go in any direction, right? Because you're trying to do something new that makes you very uncomfortable. You get very uncomfortable feeling in your gut. You start imagining the worst possible scenario. If I do this, blah, blah, blah is going to happen, right? Whatever that is. But what I've learned over time, and I want you to listen to this very closely because this is critical, is that when you are worried and you're imagining the worst case scenario, you're actually wishing or praying for something you don't want. Let me say that again. When you are worried or imagining the worst case scenario, you're actually wishing or praying for something you don't want. Okay, so when you're worried about stepping out into your comfort zone and doing that new thing, whatever the new thing is, you're actually bringing the worst case scenario into your existence. Okay, you don't want to do that. Worry is a prayer for something you don't want because you are imagining it, you're visualizing it, all the things. And I have to tell you, if you just realize that that's a huge thing for me. When you want to do something new, you need to visualize, yes, this is going to work and this is the result I'm going to get, right? So when you start visualizing and thinking about the positive of XYZ, whatever that new thing is you want to do, then that's what's going to happen instead of worrying about, oh, this could happen, that could happen, bringing all that negativism into it. Then the negative is going to happen. But if you bring the more positive into it, then the positive is going to happen. And that's what you want, right? So if you just realize that, that can be a huge thing. And it was huge for me. If you realize that you can calm yourself down and you can do things that are scary. Yes, doing a new thing can be scary, right? But once you have calmed yourself down, what happens is you get these feelings and you imagine all the bad things. And then in your head, or maybe it could be the voices in your head, that gibberish that I talk about all the time, or it could be someone else's voice even in your head screaming, I can't do this. Whatever this is, the XYZ, whatever the new thing is you're trying to do, right? So how many of you have had this happen to you? You're wanting to try something new, or you're wanting to maybe go to a new networking event to meet some new people. But you get all nervous, you get all worried, and all the things start going on in your head, all that gibberish starts going on in your head, telling you if you go and you do this, blah, 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 it's going to happen. And it's negative. The blah, blah, blah is negative, okay? Then that's what's going to happen because you're wishing that into existence, okay? Well, the voices in your head is wishing that into existence for you, and that's not the result that you want, okay? So, all those voices just start screaming, I can't do this, I can't do that. But the problem is we give our voice, our comfort zone voice, the authority to make decisions. We give that voice in our head the authority to make that decision for us. Because I'm thinking this, the negative, then it's going to happen. Okay? So that's what we're thinking about, because that's what the voices are telling us, right? You can't do this. Blah, blah, blah is going to happen if you do this, in the negative sense. Whatever the negative thing is that the voices are telling you is going to take place if you do this new thing, or if you go to this networking event, blah, blah, blah can happen. And if that's what's in your head, then that's what's going to happen because you're wishing it into existence. Therefore, that's what happens. Like I said, you're giving those voices in your head the authority to make decisions of what your outcome is going to be. And that's what you're thinking about. And it's crazy. I get it. It's totally crazy. So the result is we can't grow. We can't change. We can't achieve our goals because our comfort zone is declined. It's keeping us safe. Those voices in our head is trying to keep us safe and not letting us step out of our comfort zone. And so we jump to the conclusion that doesn't make sense, after we calm down and we think it's not safe. If I do XYZ or if I go to this new networking event, it might not be a safe space for me because I'm going to freeze or I'm going to mess up telling somebody what I do, whatever those voices are telling you in your head, okay? It's making you feel insecure. It's making you feel unsafe so that the scarcity is scaring you out of actually going anyway, right? So, like I said, it makes us think and feel that we're not safe. We are actually telling ourselves, if I do this, I will be in danger. Are we really going to be in danger? Really? If you actually do XYZ, whatever it is, step out of your comfort zone and do whatever it is, are you really going to be in danger? When you get the voices in your head, you have to push them down. Okay? One thought at a time. That's what I do. You have to block out the negative thoughts and replace them with positive thoughts. If I go to this new networking event and I meet these new people, it could possibly help me grow my business. They may become clients, or maybe they know somebody that possibly could become clients for me. Right? That's the positive. Instead of, oh, I'm scared to go talk to these new people, meet these new people. Right? Keep the negative voices out and replace them with all the positive thoughts and voices. Okay. You have to keep looking ahead. So if you think about it, you're not actually in any danger whatsoever, right? You have to think about how ridiculous that is and how that sounds, right? That making a little change will make the difference. You might reach your goals. You might get some new clients, right? Because your goal is to grow your business. Maybe that's one of your goals, is to grow your business. So by going to a new networking event and meeting some new people, like I said, that could possibly become clients, or they can refer you to others that could become your clients or customers, right? So the goal here is to challenge you, right? There's always a challenge. And you have to change to achieve the challenges. Otherwise, you would already have what you wanted. You would already have as many clients or customers as you want. You may have already grown your business to the extent you want to grow to make X amount of dollars a year, right? For most of us, that is probably a goal that we have that we may or may not have reached yet. Well, don't think it's not possible, because it is still possible. Okay. So, like I said, otherwise you would have already achieved XYZ. That's the way it works. So here's a few facts that we tell ourselves that are not true. Okay. But it can totally stop us, when we're trying to step out of our comfort zone. Okay. One is, I'm not comfortable telling anyone about my business. Now, that can be true for all of us. And in the very beginning, it was even true for me. I didn't like going to in-person networking events and talking to people in person and telling them about myself and my business. I was one of those people that did too much talking and probably overwhelmed or totally confused the person I was talking to. By the time I was done, they still had no clue what I did because I talked too much. I get nervous and I talk and I talk and I talk and I talk and I keep on talking. All right, so number 2, I'm not comfortable attending networking events. So you're not comfortable talking to people about your business. You're not comfortable attending a networking event and meeting new people. I'm not comfortable updating my LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is a very good platform, professional platform to use to connect to new people as well. Depending upon what type of business it is you have, LinkedIn can be a very good platform for you. Okay. Number 4, I'm not comfortable choosing a business name. If you're just starting out, maybe you haven't named your business yet. There's so many options out there, right? Based on what specific type of business it is you have. So write down 3 to 5 and then continuously repeat them to yourself. And the one that really doesn't sound right or doesn't feel right, mark it off the list. Take a whole week to do this, okay? Okay, we're at the end of the week. So over the weekend, if you're looking for a new name or looking to name your business, write down 3 to 5 options and then start repeating them over and over to yourself. And you'll figure out which one is the most comfortable for you, because the ones that really don't feel comfortable, you're going to mark them off the list, okay, over the next week. If you make your list today or tomorrow, by next Friday, you'll have the name of your business, if that's something you're looking to achieve, right? Okay, the next one is I'm not comfortable fill in the blank, whatever it is. Because, there's a lot of different things we could fill in the blank, right? Because basically what we're doing is we're making excuses. Now, none of this on this list is dangerous. Nothing I shared out of these 5 things is actually dangerous, right? Or harmful to you. It's not even risky. It's simple stuff. So I want you to tell me how many of you have said to yourself these exact things or something similar to these exact things, okay? It stops us. It stops us from moving forward. It stops us from stepping out of our comfort zone and achieving our goals, right? So if you're waiting to feel comfortable, it's going to be a long wait. Okay? I do things that are uncomfortable all the time, every single day. I really do. And that's how I make my goals happen. And you can do the same. If you've ever sat down and wrote down your goals, that's helpful as well. And then write down different steps that you need to achieve to reach that specific goal. We've talked about goals in the past. So you can go back and listen to that video as well about goals. But it's really simple. We just kind of make it difficult. Or the voices in our head, that gibberish in our head makes it difficult. And it's really, really not. I'm not comfortable speaking. And I think I may have shared this before, when I was asked the most recent networking event I went to. I think I posted a photo in the group that I had attended a networking event. I think it was last month. And it's a breakfast networking event. So it's first thing in the morning. And they do serve breakfast. However, I don't eat breakfast. I have something very small that I eat for breakfast. So I eat my breakfast at home before I even go to this meeting. So that's the first part of the meeting is everyone gets to eat breakfast. So I'm sitting there just drinking my water, having conversations with other people or whatever while they're eating their food, but I'm not eating anything. And so the director of this particular networking event came and asked me if I would be the first person to get up there and talk about my business. Well, she said, since you're not eating, would you do me a favor and be the first person to go up there and talk about your business while everybody else kind of finishes their food? I'm like, sure. Now, if she would have asked me that back when I first started my business, I would have absolutely said no, because I would have been scared, right? I would have been stepping out of my comfort zone, and I was still stepping out of my comfort zone, even at this event last month, because standing up in front of people is not comfortable for me at all. But I did it. Was I scared? Absolutely. Did I think about a reason to tell her no at that given moment? No, I didn't. Now, had she asked me prior to me arriving at the event and I'd had time to think about it, I probably could have came up with something. But she asked me right there on the spot in person. So I didn't have time to think about it. So it was just a simple yes or no. And I said yes. So could I have said no and been defeated and not stepped out of my comfort zone and done that? Absolutely. But I chose not to. I chose not to listen to any gibberish. I didn't give the gibberish time to get started trying to give me reasons of why I shouldn't do this. Because, I mean, it was simple. It was nothing that was going to hurt me. I was not in any danger whatsoever by getting up in front of those people and talking about myself and my business. Nobody was going to hurt me. So I was not in any danger whatsoever. Scared, yes. But in danger, no. So I want you to step out of your comfort zone. Whatever it might look like, whatever it is. I'm going to challenge you to step out of your comfort zone as well. Whether it's a spur of the moment thing like what I did at the networking meeting, or if it's something you're going to plan a week or two from now. Just do it, okay? So I'm doing it here, doing these weekly lives every single week. Becoming the founder of Relationship Communications, that was a scary thing where I had to step out of my comfort zone, right? And I do these things every single week for you guys without the title of actually being a speaker. I don't ever want to really actually be a speaker. However, I probably already am since I do these weekly lives every day. But I think about it in a different way. I think about it as helping others because I am talking about topics that will help you guys in your business and help you move forward, right? And I think about it, like I said, just delivering information to people who has signed up to hear it, right? So if you have joined the Facebook group Relationship Communications, you made that decision to be a member, then you've basically signed up to hear anything that I share, any information that I share, any trainings that I share in the group. And that's all I'm doing is I'm sharing information with those that have chosen to be members of the group. Okay. And you can do that too. Take small baby steps. Soothe yourself, talk yourself down, one thing at a time, and just keep doing it over and over and over. Because the more you do it, the better you'll get. And you'll be able to move out of your comfort zone a little at a time and accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish. Whether it's growing your business, whether it's actually speaking in front of a whole room of people at a networking event, whatever it looks like, you can accomplish that, and you're not going to get hurt doing it. You're not going to be in any type of danger whatsoever. You got this. I have faith in you. You got this. So I hope this was helpful for you. Share in the comments how you plan to step out of your comfort zone. What is one thing you plan to do to step out of your comfort zone in the next couple of weeks? Okay. I just shared what I did last month. Now, am I going to do something of that nature again this month? Probably. I don't know what it's going to be just yet, but yeah, probably will. So share with me something you plan to do to step out of your comfort zone. Also want to remind everyone, and you may have seen already, that I'm starting to post about my 3-day event later this month. It actually starts next week, September 25th, in 5 more days. The Networking Method Launchpad. It is a 3-day event. There's so much information going to be shared around networking. I know you'll get a lot of value out of it. If you have not signed up, please do so. I will post about it again today in the Facebook group with the link so that you can sign up. It also has a VIP experience that you can sign up for as well if you like. What the VIP experience is that you get extra time with me after the training period is over. On that same day, we'll have another Zoom call where you'll be invited to that Zoom call. You can bring any questions, concerns, or anything about the training that you want to discuss, or anything about networking in general that you want to discuss. You can bring that to the VIP experience. Now, VIP experience is $27, a one-time payment of $27 to be a part of the VIP experience. I hope to see you all at the 3-day event starting on September 25th. That is part 1 is September 25th. Part 2 is September 30th. Part 3 is October 2nd. So put those dates on your calendar. Each one of those days at 2 p.m. Eastern Time is when the training will take place in a private Facebook group. So if you sign up, you get invited to that Facebook group where the training will be happening. So I hope that you'll sign up. I hope to see you there. There'll be a lot of value shared. I promise you will not be disappointed. And I hope everyone has a great weekend. Talk to you soon.